So I want to share with you 4 tips in helping you to use visualization to manifest your intended desires. So first of all, it has to be said that you're already a master manifester. You're always manifesting your present reality. But with visualization, you could just become more deliberate and purposeful with that which you choose to manifest. So think of manifestation through visualization as the ability to throw a grappling hook into the future and hook it on to that intended outcome that you predetermine, and allowing that grappling hook to pull you towards that reality rather than what's been happening by default, which is the fact that you've just been manifesting your reality based upon your past conditioning and your most consistent state of being. And so it allows you to introduce something that is outside of your old patterns. Now, the reason that visualization works in bringing about the manifestation of your desired outcomes is because of the fact that the subconscious mind cannot actually tell the difference between what you experience in reality and what you imagine or visualize. And so it actually brings about more of whatever it is your most consistent belief system or state of being. And so if you are just using your experiences as what it is going to go on in order to bring you more of that, then you're just going to get more of what you've already been experiencing. But if you introduce visualization into it on a consistent basis, then your subconscious mind starts seeing you as also embodying that version that is different from what you've already been experiencing. And now it has no choice but to move you towards that or bring you more of that type of outcome. Now, the actual way that visualization works is just you're using your imagination to create a mental picture of the ideal version of yourself doing the things that that version of yourself does, has, feels, experiences. And so this brings me to the 4 tips in helping you to use visualization to optimize the manifestation of your intentions. Tip number 1 is to get yourself into a hypnagogic state. So the most powerful times to use visualization are those times where you are transitioning in or out of sleep. So the first thing in the morning as you wake up, or the last thing before you fall asleep at night. And so if you are not using visualization at those times, you can actually induce it through the process of taking yourself through a systematic relaxation of the body. And when you are in a completely relaxed state of being, then you have then replicated that state of being that is what's called the hypnagogic state, that is the most powerful brainwave state in which to use visualization to bring about your manifestations. Tip number 2 is to allow yourself to experience positive emotions while you are visualizing your intended outcome. Think of emotion as energy in motion. And so if you were to infuse your visualizations with emotion or energy, it will bring about that manifestation that much more powerfully. Tip number 3 is to use your visualizations frequently. And that's because the more time you spend in the visualization of your intended outcomes, the more your unconscious mind is seeing that this is already a state of being that you are already living and experiencing. And so it has no choice but to bring you more of the same. And tip number 4 is sort of like a continuation or an add-on to tip number 3. Even though you are using your visualizations on a frequent basis, you have to be able to detach from the outcome. So you have to be able to be okay with using the visualizations, ramping up the positive emotion as you do it, but as you are finished, you need to completely detach from the expectation that that intended outcome has to play out in the way that you visualize it. Because if you are attached to the outcomes, that brings in a lack mentality. You don't create your reality based on what you want, you create it based on who you are. So there it is, guys. 4 tips in helping you to use visualization to bring about the manifestation of your desired outcomes. Now, if you are intrigued and would like to try this, I have actually created for you a free guided meditation that is geared towards helping you to leave your comfort zone to create something for yourself outside of your old predictable patterns. And so if you're interested in this and you'd like to have free access to use this visualization as many times as you'd like, all you need to do is click the link in the bio in Instagram or the link in the description in YouTube. I hope this information is helpful. Have yourself an amazing day.